It's 85.
Bless you, my dear. So how is the product work for you?
It's been wonderful. And first of all, I'd like to go back to telling my experience of years ago. This is what helped me to learn the importance of vitamins and much more. In my late teen years, I was already suffering from rheumatoid arthritis, of which I have a family history. At that age, my hands were already very painful in handling money at my job as a bank teller. And this brought me to being on medical prescriptions. But then, about actually 35 years ago, a friend told me about aloe vera. So then I started taking it faithfully each day, and after a length of time, my arthritis was actually truly gone. This proved to me that God's creation supplies us with tremendous healing in plants. Happily, no more medications for me. From that experience, my interest increased in learning more about good supplements, learning to eat right. Plus, I've stayed away from medications and flu shots.
Fabulous. Pauline, you have been a martyr and a symbol of wonderful eating and taking care of yourself. How has the Prodovite shown you that it works?
Okay, I'll go to that then too. But first, let me tell you how thankful I am that Gina introduced me to Prodovite. This was in mid-January. And I tell you, I do find myself with great excitement as I can now report the great improvements in my health. My order came Thursday noon, January 23rd, and I started taking Prodovite immediately. I have been struggling with a 46 to 48 pulse rate for around 2 years, with a really big concern that it could mean a pacemaker. A half hour after taking Prodovite, I somehow decided to take my pulse reading, and it was 52. 3 hours later, it was 57. Since that time, it has been in the range of 56 to 63.
Wow. Wow.
This helps me to believe that my heart is really benefiting too. Then 4 days went by after starting to take the Prodovite, and I decided I need to really stop and think more about how I'm feeling. It's then that I realized that I really have much more energy and I'm not requiring as much sleep. Happily, I also realized that it's much easier for me to walk, as I can keep a better balance and with good stability. Now this is big because I've had foot problems ever since I was a child. I also realized that my vision is even clearer when I look in the distance, and it appears that I can see farther.
Wow. That
That's
is
not
just
all.
okay.
A few days ago, I checked my weight, and I found out that I've lost 9 pounds. I have been eating the same as usual. However, I can see a difference in my fluid retention problem, as my ankles appeared almost slim. So that's another plus.
Wow. That's so huge. Thank you for sharing that, Bill and Steve. I'm overwhelmed. I mean, we covered 15 different topics from Pauline.
She's pretty amazing. Steve,
Can I
go
tell you
ahead.
another amusing thing that happened a few days ago?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Pauline.
Okay. And at the same time, that it's really made me happy. A letter was laying at the front of my hardware store, and it needed to be mailed. It was nearly closing time at the post office, and my son and I were in the back office, and both of us headed up an aisle, which is almost a half a block to the front. Pretty soon he said, "Mom, you're ahead of me." I answered, "See now? What have I been telling you?"
Well, Pauline, those stories are absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy for you, and thank you for the acknowledgement that Gina Bender was the one to give you the product. Well, Bill and Steve, you can listen to Pauline share amazing things that are going on in her life.
Yeah, pretty soon it's time for her to get fitted for blue leotards with a big red S on the chest and a cape blowing in the wind.
I think so. Going to join the yoga class. Well,
Yeah,
Pauline,
right.
thank you so very much. And what I'd like to do now is open it up for questions from our audience as well after we heard from Mark and Pauline. So if you would like to *6 your phone and let us know that you also have something to share. So *6 your phone, and we can go on from there. Fabulous testimonies tonight.